Welcome back to another episode of Constructed. In this episode, I'm actually creating a bow and arrow as requested by Noname Anims. Let's thank you, Noname Anims, for the idea. That was well thought of. Instead of going for like a traditional like Minecraft bow, I went for a more of a realistic bow. Pretty much the same thing I did with the curved sword. And the bow that I'm actually going to make is a recurve bow. And if you don't know what a recurve bow looks like, go check it on the internet, because that's what everyone does these days, because it's a lot easier. I ended up like starting around the same level with this bow, like at the bottom. About 10 blocks high, I think it was. I'm not entirely sure if that's kind of accurate. You can probably just count how many blocks I put up high. Don't worry if this seems a bit slowed now. It's just a way to, fast forward eventually. So probably straight after this, or very soon, it'll go to fast forward. Probably the most difficult thing I ever found about doing this build was probably trying to make the curves, because I'm not trying to make it like full scale size, like from like level 0 to 256, I think it is, world height, but that for me that's a bit too extreme, and I'm kind of limited on time in regards to trying to get everything done, like my animation work, as long as trying to put out videos at the same time. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you do watch this video, thanks for watching. If you don't watch this video, if you don't watch this video, you'll never notice me saying this in the first place, so what am I saying it for? Who knows? So there we go. I've actually managed to get to around about the middle of the bow, where there's like a shaft where you can actually shoot the arrow out on the actual drawing that I was copying from. It was a drawing, not an actual picture of a real recurve bow, so I could be wrong. It could not be a recurve bow, but I believe it is. As you can see, I'm pretty much just repeating the same process as what I did below, and repeating it on top, but just mirroring it so it fits. When it came to the string of the actual bow, I was thinking of like, should I use like stone fences? But I realized that halfway through trying to do this is that stone fences are too thick and it wouldn't represent it correctly. So I ended up using like dark oak like fences instead. It was just a lot easier, to be honest. And pretty much this is the bow. This is the only shape it takes. So I end up doing the same process as I did for the previous one on the sword, by just layering it up by at least 3 blocks, one on this side and eventually one on the other side, but I'll probably cut to that just to make life a lot easier for you guys. Cut this out. So there you have it. I've pretty much done the same process on this side and just made it three thick. Probably the only thing that's any different is the shaft. At this point in like the building process, it had a handle. And I was like, well, obviously if a person were to really hold this, I don't think like a 1 block thin would be able to hold it. Like, no human could hold 1 block thin in Minecraft, no way. And it needed a bit more bulk, so it looked more like a bow. So I ended up trying to, put more around it. So there we go. That's pretty much the whole bulk of the bowl. The bowl? Yeah, bowl! Such logic. I just end up repeating the same thing as I did above as I do below. Oh, I just sound like a boring old hack now, don't I? Here we go. Take another good look at it, just to make sure that the shapes are going right. I was going to use polished andesite, but I didn't like it how it looked so tiled. So I want to hide most of that, considering that most blocks are tiled and I don't have like connecting textures. I end up using quartz because that's the closest thing. Plus, in the image it actually was like a silvery grey, but I just changed it to white quartz because it's just truckloads easier to, and it looked more appealing, surprisingly. What I noticed about the bow, like straight off the bat, it had holes in it, and to be honest, this is probably the more difficult part to do in the entire build. It's because, well, you can't really make any holes smaller than like 1 block. So I did my utmost with like stairs. You could make a hole with like half slabs, which I end up actually doing like later on in the video. But like initially, I wanted to try and make it so that the hole still had like substance around it by using the stairs, and it actually worked out pretty well. I ended up having to like change my strategy halfway through and how to build like the hole in the first place, but still. Don't think of that other hole. What are you guys talking about? What are you guys thinking of? Man, you guys are just terrible. I wanted to use like carpet, but it never ended up like doing much because it was black in the first place. Anything else that I wanted to add to it, I couldn't add more curves. It's just not fair. It's not fair. So I actually didn't like how there was not enough curves in it to make it look, you know, more like a recurve bow or based off the drawing. So I ended up going around deleting some of the black wool and replacing it with like stairs and quartz blocks to make it look more, I don't know, curved, so a person could actually handle the bow correctly. Well, this is Minecraft after all, but still, there are natural curves in a bow like this. Changing the weather to 10,000, which means time, I think, I'm not sure. I really need to set like a redstone construction up or something where the weather just doesn't happen. It's probably like a thing for him, I'm not sure. Who knows? Just to let you guys know, this is a very, very relaxed, this video, or any of these videos to be honest, are very relaxed. It's not exactly stressful. So, you know, if you just, hope you guys are having a good day after all. I mean, I know I was. I am now, as of me recording my voice, because I do my voice after I make the build, not during, because it's a lot easier that way. Surprisingly. I'm pretty sure that's how many other YouTubers do it anyway. But thank you guys, I value your time, I value you guys watching my videos and leaving comments down below. It gives me ideas, you know, a bit of practice as well. I mean, shit, I'm not the greatest Minecraft builder in the world. I mean, I've seen like Let's builds where it's just huge. It's horrendous. I'm like, how did you manage to do that with all that time? It's so long. But hey, that's what they get for working hard, I guess. So there we go, adding more holes, as I did say before, that slabs were going to be used. And then when it came to the arrow, probably the only thing that was more difficult to do with the arrow is to make it look thin and long. That's what she said. I actually wanted to add something else to make the shaft a bit, you know. It's so weird just saying the word shaft for Pete's sake. I don't know why, it just is. It's not nice. But anyway, the barrel, let's just say the barrel because it's a lot easier to say. I wanted to make it look more like there was more precision and accuracy when you put the actual arrow into the barrel. It doesn't make sense, but it does in my mind. Yeah, this is where I found that the most thing was difficult. I can't speak for shit right now. Okay, the most difficult thing about the arrow was the actual fletching itself, because stairs can't go sideways. They can only go upside down and stuff. You know what I mean, like horizontal on the side. Like, why am I even trying? So there you go, there you have it. There is my actual recurve bow. I know it's not as great as other people in the world, but I had fun actually making this. I just want to thank Mr. Noname Anims, I believe it was. I'll probably chuck a picture at the beginning or even here, who knows. But thank you for the idea. Leave a comment below if you want me to make something else. It doesn't have to be a weapon, it could be floating islands, it can be a building, it could be pretty much anything. Just something not too ambitious. If you guys ask me to build like Atlantis, I'll probably get like, well actually I'll just show you a photo of the Atlantis building I did in one of my other videos. Hopefully, not my other videos, my other builds, because I was just bored at the time. Yeah, let's just put it up here. There you go, that's Atlantis for you. I might actually record it, who knows. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Don't forget, if you want me to build something, leave a comment below. Probably chuck your name at the beginning of the next episode and saying thank you, rah rah rah, because, hey, it's good. So thank you guys once again, and I salute to you. Bye. That's it. Stop that. Get out of that. You go away. And